We've stopped for the evening. We're at Dead Man Lake Campground. Kind of a funny name. It's a U.S. Fish and Wildlife free campground. Just met a really nice couple from Ohio. So here's the end of the day photo. This is where we stayed, Dead Man Lake Campground. Someone's got their generator running. Anyway, I just wanted you to see how beautiful it was. It's Sunday morning. We've gone 4,500 miles and we finally arrived in Tok. This is basically the route we took from Dawson Creek. We headed up to the Northwest Territories and then down to Skagway on the left. We finally made it to Tok. It's Sunday morning and we're south of Tok. We got the van washed, so we have a clean windshield. We're headed down towards Glen Allen, and then we're going to go up the Richardson Highway up towards some fishing. We have a moose here on the side of the road grazing. We met the park ranger here at Slana Ranger Station. That's S-L-A-N-A. Anyway, she gave us some good tips, so we're going to go explore this area. We're headed down the Slana Road, and there's a moose out there. Ken was going to stop and fish right here. That moose was swimming in the water. We came out to video him, and there he is at the end of the road. So maybe we'll just retreat into the van. We've moved on up Nabina Road to Rufus Creek, but we're thinking it's not even deep enough to fish in. We have the place to ourselves. We're at mile 16.6. These are the Wrangell Mountains. This is a little roadside rest area. We're going to stop and have a little bit of lunch. That was Kettle Lake where we were at earlier. So you had to walk through the tundra to get to it, and here it is. Beautiful view of the mountains. I wanted to give you a view of the road we're driving down. I think it was only paved the first 4 miles, and they told us the first 16, I thought. But that's okay. We're at Rock Lake. There's a few bullet holes in the side. We have a beautiful view of the mountains here. Even got a little porta potty over here with bear-proof garbage containers. We made it to mile 27.8, Matanuska Campground. I think there's about 11 sites here. They're very similar to what we've got here. We only found one truck, so we're going to go back to the boat launch and see if we can catch any fish. It's about 6:30 in the evening. If you listen carefully, you can hear the mosquitoes, or maybe they're flies. We had a nice long nap. We thought we'd head back towards the beginning of the road. The clouds are a little more off the mountains. And up here on the right we have people. And a dog. We have another moose sighting. He's just over there eating. He's on the other side of the lake, or the river. He's starting to walk a little bit. Yeah, he's swimming away. Ken got his first grayling. He wants to show you the cell fin on it. Whoops. We've got a second one here. It's a grayling. This is our beautiful Monday morning view. Ken's already headed out fishing, so I better go check on him. Ken said he caught a couple this morning, but he didn't want to clean them. He thought we'd better see if we like grayling first. This is a view from up on high where Ken's fishing down there. There's our van. We spent the night. It's a beautiful morning. Met a strange man on my morning walk. We drove a total of 57 miles. Now we kind of know what it feels like to of 40 hard miles. We waited about 30 minutes to pass through here. They're tearing out the road and replacing it. That's where they're tearing up the road.
Great work. That's the magic of cleaning. There's lots of.
Oh my God!
Did you get that?
No.
Oh well.
Just another day in Alaska. You can see some frost heaves coming up here in the road. Oh yeah. We just came down here to the lake to eat our lunch, and is that a moose or a caribou? It's a caribou. It's a moose. He's a big guy. I decided to get out of the van at a distance. It's really pretty down here. We were just going to eat our lunch and Ken was going to do a little fishing. He's decided to walk across the river. Beautiful scenery north of Sourdough Creek. There's a beautiful lake here. You can kind of see the mountains over there that we were headed towards. This is Myers Lake. Ken's down there fishing. We're driving down to Paxton Lake to do a little fishing. It's a beautiful view of the mountains coming in to Paxton Lake. We're headed down to the Golconda River. This is caribou poo. The river's running really well. Getting a little closer to the mountain. It's a lot windier up here too. This is Summit Lake. It's kind of green and we missed most of it. Ken was kind enough to pull over. My camping book said that there might be ice on the lake through July, and sure enough, look at all this ice. If you listen close enough, you can hear the ice breaking. This is the Golconda Glacier. A little windier up here. That's it. We're at Fielding Lake Campground. There's a dog here that about gave me a heart attack. I didn't know what it was. Thought it was a bear. Anyway, it's just beautiful here. I think it's a free campground. I'm taking this from the camper van. It's 39, it's a little windy, but there's a caribou right there. I saw him out my back window. How cool is that? This is a neat little community next to the road. The gate's locked, so I guess you call it a gated community. We're back at Summit Lake. There was a guy here yesterday filling his ice chests because he was going salmon fishing, so I thought that was pretty creative. And I wish I would have videoed him for my brother Harold because I think he would have liked it. Anyway, here's just ice that comes up on shore when all the ice breaks on the lake. I just wanted you to hear the ice breaking. It's a very unique sound. We're wondering what kind of bone this is. Twirl it around a little bit. We're headed out of Glen Allen down towards Valdez, but we won't be going to Valdez this time. I don't remember this much snow in the mountains up here last time. We're down here at King for the day. I guess it's Ken's day. We're on the Clutina River. We were here 4 years ago, and I guess the salmon will be running in about 4 days. We might head south and come back. We got a fire going, about ready to have dinner on the Barbie. This is a video at 2 o'clock in the morning, just so you know how light it is. How's this for a breakfast? We typically try to dry camp, and when we're around people and we don't feel like we can run the generator, we do this inside. We have 2 cousins fishing the river this morning. They've caught 2. I said someone has to be the first ones. The counter down the river said 20,000 yesterday, and it takes about 4 days for them to get here. This is the new outhouse here at King for the Day. It's pretty rough, but it's new. They do have running water up by the office where you can take a shower. We're here at Clutina Kate's. It's vintage campers. This one is probably my favorite. We're on the road again. It's Wednesday. We're headed down to the southern entrance into the Wrangell St. Elias National Park. First stop will be Kenny Lake. That's Wrangell Mountain right there. It's a beautiful view. Isn't this a beautiful road? We've stopped at Kenny Lake Mercantile. Here's Ken's Bistro. They've got laundries and showers and a motel. This is Liberty Falls. This is Liberty Falls. We're at 3 Mile Lake. It's 3 miles from Chitina. There's also a 2 and a 1 mile. Beautiful, beautiful landscape here. It's kind of shaded so you can't really see it all. Ken's down here fishing. Yes, very beautiful and scenic. I hear a car coming. Ken got 4 rainbow trouts here at 3 Mile Lake. McCarthy's only 60 miles and the road's not graveled, so I think we're just going to stay up here for the night at a DOT campground. This is the Copper River. We just talked to the guy in the blue truck that we met up at Summit Lake that was getting ice for his coolers. He said fishing hasn't been too good yet. I told Ken I was going to take a quick video. I ain't kidding. This is Chitina. Don't blink. They do have a Wi-Fi hotspot though. We decided to come back to 1 Mile Lake. Might be a possibility to overnight. There's several fire pits here for camping, and someone's already got a tent up. There's a fire ring here, so I think we're just going to park it and call it home for the night. Beautiful view of the mountains. It's Thursday, 6/6. We're back at 2 Mile Lake. Ken's fishing. We might call it Kenny Lake. It's a beautiful morning. The sun's up. He ended up keeping 4. He caught 3. Didn't keep them, then he caught 1, small one, and killed it, so he thought he better start keeping them. More fish for the freezer. The fillets are very orange. This is water carves in the Copper River. There's a nice view of the glacier here. A lot of cotton flying. And we're back at the Clutina River. We're going to go down and check out the action. We're down here under the bridge. They say people actually tie themselves to trees while they fish. You certainly wouldn't want to fall in. I'd say there's a big storm a-brewing, so we're going to go check at King for the day. And we're headed west. Very pretty. It's like we got more rain coming in. They have these poles that stick out over the highway. They're snowplow guides. There's some nice frost heaves. The road's actually been pretty good coming through here. You got sheep on the hillside. They say this is kind of unusual for around here. This is the view from the state recreation area. Now we're coming back the other direction. Ken's gonna tease me with something. This This is a Wickersham Drive sign between Glen Allen and Palmer. This is Long Lake. I'll try to get it on the way home, but it's long, it follows the highway.